right there? Can we plug it right into the computer? Sure. Would that work, do you think? I didn't know if anything else ran off that box. No? Okay, we'll try it. If something happens, we'll try it.
Yeah, you can try it. Absolutely.
A missed three by Addie Johnson, and the Royals throw it away on their first offensive possession. You're watching tonight on Fuller Digital Solutions and listening on 92.1 KCHE Radio out of Cherokee. Thanks for joining us tonight. As we said, the 5th ranked Lady Royals of MMCRU come in at 20-2 overall. 9-1 in the War Eagle Conference. There's another three off the mark there by Johnson. Royals clear. And will come into the half-court offense for their first possession. Here's Dreckman, a baseline drive, goes into Hillbrands. Kicks it to the backside. It's Bork for three off the back iron. And Harpenaugh has it stripped away and off her knee last possession back to the Rebels. 6:55 to go, first quarter. We're just underway. Scoreless here at Sioux City West High School. The Rebels break the press and have numbers. They'll pull it back out and set up a half court. Here's a screen being used and a jumper off the mark. And Hillbrands with the board. Katie Muntrath on the missed field goal. And here's Dreckman with it out by the volleyball line, playing catch with Bork. The Rebels in a 1-3-1 zone defensively. And a cross-court pass to Alish in the corner. Now a backside pass to Hillbrands, the catch underneath, then she'll lay it in for two. And MMCRU is on the board first with a 2-0 lead here at the 6:08 mark of the first quarter. And now almost thrown away as Ella Hanner gets the start tonight. Just a freshman, number 40. The Rebels swing it around the perimeter. They get it inside to Johnson. She's a freshman, and the left-handed layup is good off the glass. And Addie Johnson, the outstanding freshman post player for the Rebels, answers, and we're tied at 2. Westwood coming out in a zone defensively to try to slow down this Royals offense. Dreckman goes inside, and it's deflected away in an attempt to get it to Harpenaugh. See if the Royals can knock down a couple of long-range shots to shoot him out of the zone, as Westwood wants to really bunch it in. Now a drive for Dreckman, that scoop up, no good. And Pike with the rebound. Rebels have it, and they'll walk it into the front court. Pass up ahead to Johnson, her catch, and then she lost it. Alish and Johnson. Johnson actually gets it out to Pike, and now Pike gets away with the travel. Rebels keep possession. Here's a left-handed drive all the way in. Way too hard. And now Harpenaugh out with it. And she'll bring it across half court. Both teams a little nervous here in the early going. Royals looking for their first state trip in quite some time. Here's a touch pass to Bork. And Jalen Bork lays it in, her first 2 points of the game. And a touch pass by Ellie Hillbrands. Royals lead 4-2. And now Bork deflects it away out of bounds. 4:49 to go first quarter. As we said, we're having some technical difficulties with our internet connection. We apologize for getting on late here, and we hope that we don't have any problems along the way. Royals lead 4-2, 4:45 to go first quarter. Rebels with it in the half court and a man-to-man defense. Here's Pike being guarded by Bork. And now an interior pass is going to go off Johnson's hands last. Never mind, off Hillbrands' hands. Stay at that end. The Rebels will inbound under their own basket. Same starting five for the Royals, and Hillbrands, Bork, Dreckman, Alish, and Harpenaugh. Here's a swing around the perimeter. And a right-handed drive and a kick. Here's Pike, a three from the top of the key. No good. And Hillbrands with a strong rebound on a nice box out of Addie Johnson. There's a corner pass to Bork. She goes into Hillbrands, and it's knocked away. And a good play defensively by Westwood to get back in transition. And a turnover in the half court for MMCRU. Trying to use a screen is Ferris. And we're going to have a tie-up on the floor out by the half-court line. Possession arrow will give it to MMCRU. Starting lineups for the Rebels tonight. At guard, Katie Muntrath, Briley Pike, another guard, Jaden Ferris, Addie Johnson, and Ella Hanner. In the starting lineup for Coach Vince Johnson's Westwood Rebels at 19-4 on the season. Royals with it in the half-court offense. Harpenaugh steps into a three. That's right through, and Taylor Harpenaugh has been red hot in district playoff action, and she knocks down her first triple attempt of the night. Royals in front 7-2. And now Westwood breaks the press. Hanner's jumper good. A long two for Ella Hanner. And the Royals leaving her open, and she knocks it down from 18 feet. It's 7-4. Royals in front. Now pass deflected out of bounds by Ferris. Will stay with MMCRU as they inbound in front of the Westwood bench. Royals in their home whites tonight with the blue letters, blue numbers. Westwood in their road unis, the blue with the yellow letters, yellow numbers. There's an inbounds all the way to the other side. And Bork and Dreckman up top. There's a corner pass to Harpenaugh. That three-point attempt is deflected out of bounds by Johnson. The Royals will inbound under the basket. 3:10 to go, first quarter. MMCRU a 7-4 advantage. And now looking at inbound it, they get it into Bork, and it's deflected away, but Dreckman comes up with it. And we're going to have a reach and foul called on a drive for Alish. Foul will be called on Ella Hanner. It's her first. Westwood plays tough defense. Evident so far. Wanting to pack it in defensively and make the Royals shoot it from outside. Hanner's going to come out after picking up the foul. In comes Brianna Vandenbosch. It's Ariel Thompson into the ballgame for the first time. They go into Bork, who has a size advantage, and she lays it in over Pike. Bork finishes with the right hand off the glass, and the Royals back in front by 5. Westwood breaks the press relatively easy, and here's Muntrath with it up top. She'll give it off to Jaden Ferris, who wants to drive with the left hand all the way in. Shot up and good. Ferris got the roll. And the Rebels respond 9-6. Royals lead 2:35 to go, first quarter. And here's Alice. She's going to drive baseline, kicks it to Bork. Her short jumper is short. Jalen couldn't knock it down on the baseline from 10 feet away. And now the Rebels in transition. Here's a three-point attempt. Right through for Jaden Ferris. And a quick 5-0 run for the Rebels, and we're tied at 9. Ferris has 5. Jaden Ferris, just a sophomore. 14 points per game. Royals within the half court. Here's Dreckman, a good look from the left wing. That's in and out. And a rebound for the Rebels. Ferris will walk it into the front court. Now she pushes it ahead. Pike in the corners. Covered up well, and Hilbrands deflects away an interior pass to Addie Johnson. And now Hilbrands will get a breather as Maya Holmes checks in for the first time tonight. Westwood a inbound under their own basket. Addie Johnson off the mark for 3, and Bork rips down the rebound. And the Royals bring it into the front court. So far, the MMCRU, not much for transition. Westwood doing a good job of getting back and taking care of the basketball. Not allowing those outlets. Bork steps into a triple. That's off the mark. Hard off the back iron. Westwood with it. Ferris at the top of the key, and she's going to use a screen by Addie Johnson, and we're going to have a moving screen called on Johnson. Appeared to be the right call. She was moving her feet to change the angle of the screen. Then Addie Johnson gets called for her first foul of the night. And we're going to have a full timeout by the Royals. 1:16 to go. First quarter, we're tied at 9-0. We'll be right back with more Royals basketball right here on Fuller Digital Solutions and KCHE 92.1 Cherokee.
Fuller Digital Solutions is proud to provide this video streaming coverage, and we hope you are enjoying the broadcast. Chances are, many others are enjoying it right along with you. If you have a business, you could be delivering your message just like I am to you this very minute. Please contact us for sponsorship opportunities by @gmail.com. Thank you for joining our broadcast.
And welcome back to 1A and 2A. This is a 1A regional final as MMCRU and Westwood tied at 9 with 1:16 to go here in the first quarter. Now, thank you to our sponsor tonight, the Marcus Chamber of Commerce, and their over 50 tonight for this one. You'll see many crowd outs along the way. Royals with it, out of the timeout. Ball movement around. Here's Molly Ryder in the ball game for the first time. Hits Bork on a back cut, and Bork can't finish. Jalen misses a bunny at the bucket. And the Rebels control it. Good play out of the timeout on a back cut. They just couldn't finish. Here the Rebels trying to get it inside to Johnson, and the double team comes. Her pass deflected. And a short or a 17-foot jumper, no good. And Harpenaugh comes away with the board, pushes it ahead to Bork. And Jalen puts it up and in as she gets behind the defense. And there's a transition basket for MMCRU, their first of the night. And with 30 seconds to go in the opening quarter, the Royals an 11-9 lead. Here's a three, left wing, good for the Rebels. And Katie Muntrath responds with a triple. And Westwood has their first lead at 12-11. 20 seconds to go, first quarter. Dreckman gives it off to Molly Ryder. She gives it back to Dreckman, standing out by the half-court line with 9 seconds to go now, holding for the last shot. Dreckman to Harpenaugh, back to Dreckman, inside with the left hand, good on a give and go. A beautiful play there, and the Royals will lead 13-12 at the end of the first quarter of play. MMCRU 13, Westwood 12 at the end of one. We'll be right back with more Royals basketball right here on Fuller Digital Solutions and 92.1 KCHE Radio.
Live stream is sponsored by the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and its members. A salute to the MMCRU Royals from the Marcus Chamber of Commerce.
And welcome back to this Class 1A regional final. The Royals of MMCRU ranked 5th in Class 1A, lead 13-12 after one over the Westwood Rebels. Big game tonight for both of these schools. Westwood has not been to the state tournament since 2001, looking for their first trip in 20 years. That was as a 2A school. MMCRU looking for their first trip in school history. Obviously 5th season playing together, but MMC, last time they've made it was in 1986, Remsen Union in 1981, both in the 6-player variety. One of these two teams is going to get a monkey off the back tonight. Westwood with it. To start the second quarter, they swing it around. Here's Briley Pike, uses a screen and gives it up. Swinging around the perimeter, and it's Ferris goes inside to Johnson. Her left-handed shot is short, and the rebound is deflected to the Rebels, and they come up with it. Hanner now up top. And the freshman Ella Hanner, they're trying to get it into Addie Johnson, and still looking to do so, now can't. Here's Pike with it. Senior guard for Westwood. Gives it up. Jaden Ferris dribbles, and on the weave gives it to Pike. She loses it, gets it back, and now the pressure defense has the Rebels all the way out by the half-court line. Royals turn up the pressure defensively. Here's Ferris, wants to drive to the right, nowhere to go, gives it to Pike. She's looking. It's a long offensive possession for Westwood. They're trying to get it into Johnson. Here's a dribble drive all the way in, leaves it for Johnson. Her shot off the glass is good. And that is an awful long time for the Royals to play defense, and it actually worked to the advantage of Westwood by not turning the ball over. They wore them down in a very long possession. Here's Harpenaugh, gets free from the left wing. Her three right through, and Harpenaugh rattles a three home. Royals back in front, 16-14, and Harpenaugh 6 points on 2 3-pointers. 6:25 to go, first half. 16-14 MMCRU. Now a pass deflected away, and we're going to be on a scramble on the floor, results in a tie-up. Possession arrow gives it to the Royals. And the pass there to McCluskey, Josie McCluskey into the ball game. Couldn't handle it. It results in a jump ball possession to the Royals. Borick out of the ball game as Maya Holmes checks in. Royals have played 7 players, Holmes and Ryder off the bench so far. Here's Dreckman over to Alish on the left wing. Emily's going to fire a 3. That's in and out from the top of the key. Good look for Dreckman. It's halfway down. She's 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. And here's Johnson against Hilbrands inside. Looking for position and can't get it. And now a left-handed drive is cut off. A lot of perimeter passing for the Rebels. Very patient on the offensive end. And here's Johnson inside. And we're going to have a foul on the floor. And the Royals fans don't agree with it. Thought maybe a travel, and they're going to get Maya Holmes with the foul. Here's the Rebels with it up top. Johnson with it, gives it off to Pike, who has a good look at a 3. That's off the mark. And the Rebels come down with the rebound. And we're back here. I hope we got a different internet connection. I hope this will work a little better for you guys. Westwood comes out of the timeout off of a Royal turnover and scores an easy 2. And now Harpinaugh knocks down her 3rd triple of the first half. And Taylor Harpinaugh 9 points, and the Royals a 23-16 lead with 2:45 to go second quarter. Taylor Harpinaugh red hot from beyond the arc. Here's a dribble drive by the Rebels, and now McCluskey leaves it for Pike. Open look there off the back iron, and Harpinaugh comes down with the rebound. She'll jog it into the front court and hands it off to Dreckman. Emily drives the middle of the lane, has it stripped away. Comes back up with it. Now Alish behind the defense, but can't handle the pass. Cora shot blocked away. She gets it back. And that's deflected away and stolen. And Ferris with the steal. Jaden Ferris brings it up ahead. Leaves it for Johnson, and she has it stripped away. And it looked like it went off Johnson's leg last, but possession will stay with the Rebels. Good play defensively by Harpinaugh to strip it away. And now a screen on the backside. Pass deflected on the inbounds. The Rebels control it. Pike with it at the top of the key. Left wing now and into the corner. McCluskey thought about a 3. Munchrath thought about it. Now she fires it and knocks it down. And Katie Munchrath knocks it down. And a big 3 for the Rebels. Matching the Royals shot for shot here. Dreckman trying to get inside. Nothing there. Pass in the corner. Harpinaugh's 3 from the left wing. In and out. And a bit of a heat check there for Harpinaugh. Rebels control the board. 90 seconds to go first half. And Jaden Ferris walks it into the front court for Westwood. Now they go inside and Johnson gets open. And Addie Johnson lays it in for an easy 2. And Holmes got caught trying to front her, and a good interior pass leads to an easy 2 for Addie Johnson. Johnson 8 points to lead Westwood. That pass inside knocked away by Bork. Possession will stay with the Royals. They'll inbound in front of Westwood's bench. Harpinaugh, Dreckman, Hilbrands, Bork, and Alish, the original 5 starters on the floor. 1:09 to go here in the first half. Royals lead 23-21. Westwood has scored the last 5 points. Here's Dreckman on a back cut. Pass inside to Bork, and she finishes. And Jalen Bork, a right-handed finish off the glass. And Bork, the first Royals player in double figures with 10 points. Here's Montrath, gives it to Johnson, who fires a triple. That's short, and it'll go out of bounds. Royals basketball, a 25-21 lead with 45 seconds to go in the first half. See if MMCRU holds for one. Harpinaugh dribbles into the front court. And they're still looking for something. Now a short jumper from Bork, and that's good. They don't 0 for 1, and Bork knocks it down from 15 feet on the baseline. 27-21, the lead back at 6. Here's a left-handed drive and a kick. It's stolen away by Bork. She's on her run out, a one-on-one, and her pass is deflected away as she tried getting it over to Harpenaugh, and Johnson, good play defensively to get back in transition, knocks it away. 13 seconds to go. Royals a 6-point advantage. Dreckman to inbound it. Now gets it into Bork. Jalen a step through, her short jumper off the mark. 8 seconds to go, and the Rebels push it ahead. Here's Pike. Gets it to Johnson. Throws it over, a short jumper at the buzzer. No good for Cora Scholl, and that's going to wrap up the first half of play. MMCRU a 27-21 lead over Westwood at the half. We'll be back with the FDS halftime show after this. You're watching Class 1A Regional Final Basketball right here on Fuller Digital Solutions and listening on 92.1 KCHE Radio out of Cherokee.
Live stream is sponsored by the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and its members. A salute to the MMCRU Royals from the Marcus Chamber of Commerce. Live stream is sponsored by the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and its members. A salute to the MMCRU Royals from the Marcus Chamber of Commerce. Live stream is sponsored by the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and its members. A salute to the MMCRU Royals from the Marcus Chamber of Commerce. Live stream is sponsored by the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and its members. A salute to the MMCRU Royals from the Marcus Chamber of Commerce.
And welcome back here to the Fuller Digital Solutions halftime show in this Class 1A regional final. MMCRU a 27-21 lead over Westwood at the break. We're at Sioux City West High School tonight for this one. Winner advances to Wells Fargo Arena for a Class 1A quarterfinal first round matchup next week of the state tournament. Those time slots are at 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6, and 8. Winner will advance to play in one of those quarterfinals next Wednesday in Des Moines. MMCRU jumped out to a 13-12 lead at the end of the first quarter and outscored the Rebels 14 to 9 in the second frame to give us our 27-21 score. Royals led in scoring by senior Jalen Bork, her 12 points, 9 for Taylor Harpenaugh on 3 threes, 4 points for Ellie Hilbrands, and 2 for Emily Dreckman. Cora Hollish yet to get in the score column. Rebels led in scoring by Addie Johnson, the freshman post player, with 8 points in the first half, 6 for Katie Muntrath, and 5 for Jaden Ferris. Just because they don't have it up there, I'm not sure how many Pike has, but she may have the difference there. Riley Pike may have the other 2 points. Once again, special thanks to our sponsor tonight, the Marcus Chamber of Commerce. In the over 50 businesses that are members of the Marcus Chamber of Commerce, thank you very much for your sponsorship tonight, and to all of our business members. We're going to head to another commercial break here. We'll be back. We still got 8 minutes to go in the halftime show before we get back to it in the second half. We'll be right back here with more from the FDS halftime show. You're watching on Fuller Digital Solutions and listening on 92.1 KCHE Radio.
Fuller Digital Solutions is proud to provide this video streaming coverage, and we hope you are enjoying the broadcast. Chances are, many others are enjoying it right along with you. If you have a business, you could be delivering your message just like I am to you this very minute. Please contact us for sponsorship opportunities by emailing fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Again, that's fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Thank you for joining our broadcast.
Live stream is sponsored by the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and its members. A salute to the MMCRU Royals from the Marcus Chamber of Commerce. Live stream is sponsored by the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and its members. A salute to the MMCRU Royals from the Marcus Chamber of Commerce.
Into it.
Live stream is sponsored by the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and its members. A salute to the MMCRU Royals from the Marcus Chamber of Commerce.
And we're back here at Sioux City West High School. MMCRU a 27-21 lead here at the halftime break. Quick score update from another game on one of our other Fuller Digital Solutions channels tonight. The 6th-ranked Kingsley Pearson Panthers lead 27-25 over Council Bluffs St. Albert's in the Saints with 2 minutes to go in the first half. That one being played tonight in Denison. MMCRU 20-2 on the season, 9-1 in the War Eagle Conference is where they finished second place behind Unity Christian. The Knights wrapped up a state tournament berth with a win on Saturday night. Let's see if the Royals can be the second War Eagle Conference team to make it to Des Moines. Royals advanced here with a 45-point win over George Little Rock and a 35-point win last Friday night over Woodbury Central. Of course, Emily Dreckman has been on fire, averaging 16 points a game, but 24 points over the last two in the district tournament. Just 2 here in the first half for Dreckman. Let's see if she can knock down a couple of long ones to get some confidence going. MMCRU also 3 other scorers averaging in double figures with Jalen Bork, Ellie Hillbrands, and Taylor Harpinaugh. Westwood 19-4 overall, 6-3 in the Western Valley is where they finished. Westwood advanced to this regional final with a 59-17 win over Trinity Christian, 55-39 over Akron Westfield, and a 50-44 win at home over Remsen St. Mary's last Friday night. Rebels led by post player Addie Johnson and her 18 points per night. Johnson 1 of 3 Rebels in double figures, as is Briley Pike, a senior guard, averaging 10 points per night, and Jaden Ferris, a sophomore, averaging 14. Several of the star players held a little below their average in the first half of this one. Just a byproduct of some good scouting from the opposing coaches to try to slow them down nonetheless. Take this short couple of seconds. But, you know, the MMCRU or MMC School District is running a bond issue next Tuesday, March 2nd. Voting place in Marcus at the Community Center from 7 in the morning till 8 at night. This message to vote yes for levying the bond rate, building a new elementary school and renovations to the high school, and building a daycare. Vote yes to all three of those things to support your local school. Vote yes on March 2nd, Tuesday, March 2nd. This message sponsored by the Marcus Economic Development Company in Marcus. We're going to head to a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the second half starting lineups right after this. It's 27-21 MMCRU in front. You're watching the FDS halftime show and listening on 92.1 KCHU Radio.
Live stream is sponsored by the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and its members. Salute to the MMCRU Royals from the Marcus Chamber of Commerce.
And welcome back here to Sioux City West High School. Minute away from the start of the second half. The Royals just 16 minutes away for their first trip to the state basketball tournament. We'll see if they can close it out here in the second half. The second half starting lineups sponsored by the Buena Vista Regional Medical Center. For the home team Royals on the scoreboard, in their home white uniforms tonight, Taylor Harpness, a 5'6 junior guard, number 2. Another guard, a 5'5 sophomore, number 20, Cora Alish. A 5'9 guard forward combo junior, number 10, Emily Dreckman. A 5'10 senior forward, number 22, Jalen Bork. And number 44, a 5'11 post player, a junior, Ellie Hilbrands. Royals coached by Jillian Lecce, assisted by Derek Mara and Danae Dreckman. And for the Rebels, guard, number 12, a junior, Katie Montrath. Another guard, a senior, number 14, Briley Pike. Sophomore guard, number 30, Jaden Ferris. Freshman post player, number 35, Addie Johnson. And freshman guard, number 40, Ella Hanner. Vince Johnson, the head coach of the Rebels, assisted by Jill Montrath. Second half action as we get underway here. Royals a 6-point lead to start the second half. Westwood will have the ball to start play. Here's Jaden Ferris, who's handled the ball the majority of the night, running the point position. MMCRU comes out in a bit of a zone defense, and Dreckman, pass deflection, can't come up with the steal. Now the dribble drive in. Johnson kicks it out to Pike, and the Rebels will reset in the half court. Montrath thought about a three. Now she's going to drive all the way in the paint. Bank shot in, out, and in again. And the Rebels score on their first possession of the second half. And a foul called as Ferris levels Cora Alish. Alish gets right back up. First foul on Ferris. Really no foul trouble for either team. Neither reached the bonus in the first half. Here's Dreckman to inbound it. Gets it into Harpinaw. Zone defense. Westwood kind of going to a man-to-man now, and Bork is fouled inside as Johnson is going to get called for a foul. Clearly body contact. Johnson didn't like the call. Bit out of position. Bork went into her and got the call. It's the second foul on Addie Johnson. And Jalen Bork to the line. Our first free throws of the night here in the second half. Bork knocks down the first. Jalen, a senior, averaging 11 points per night and a 68% free throw shooter on the season as she knocks down both. And here's Pike. Passes up a corner three and goes inside to Johnson. She goes cross court and throws it away. And a double team in the post causes an errant pass and a turnover on the Rebels. Harpinaugh walks into the front court. Westwood showed a man, and now they're going back to a zone, a 2-3 zone defensively. The Royals haven't shot it real well from the outside against it. Now Bork in the corner, gives it back to Dreckman up top. Emily drives. Her pass inside to Hillbrands. And a 3 seconds call as Ellie finishes it. But a second too late. Quite the call there as we haven't seen a 3 second call all night, but Hillbrands gets called for it right out of the halftime break. Westwood with it. They go inside to Johnson. She kicks it out. Montras three. Off the back iron and no good. And we're going to have a foul going the other way as Ella Hanner gets a displacement call on Cora Alish. And that's Hanner's third. And that's the Rebels' third team foul here in the first 90 seconds of the second half. Royals a 6-point lead in the ball. 6:30 to go, third quarter. Harpinaugh with it. She dribbles into the corner and leaves it for Dreckman. Now gets it back in the corner as Harpinaugh. Her jumper off the mark. And Johnson clears for the Rebels. Trapped in the backcourt. Dribbles out of traffic and gives it off to Jaden Ferris. Pushes it ahead to Pike. Now Pike steps back. She's going to fire a triple. That's right through, and Briley Pike knocks down a three for the Rebels. And it cuts the lead to three. Royals a third 29-26 advantage. Here's Dreckman inside. Her scoop. Good. Now good spin move for Dreckman and a finger roll finish. Royals respond right back. 31-26 MMCRU. And now this one deflected away. Harpinaugh picks it up. Being pushed the whole way down the floor and a foul called, and that was Cora Scholl had it stripped away and then rode Harpinaugh down the floor to pick up the foul and stop the fast break. So the Royals will have possession as they inbound under their own basket. Dreckman trying to get it in. Now nowhere to go. She does throw it over top to Harpinaugh up top. Taylor leaves it for Hillbrands. Now in the corner to Bork. Jalen dribbles around, now goes inside to Hillbrands against Johnson. Her step through, up and good with the right hand off the glass. And Ellie Hillbrands, a beautiful step through and a finish. And now Rebels right back inside to Johnson, up and no good. A tough shot for Johnson. Now Dreckman all the way in. She loses it and it'll stay with MMCRU. Johnson almost got the finish there through traffic. The Royals have led by as many as 7, and that's the lead right now at 33-26. Kirsten Lecce in the ball game for the first time tonight. Here's an interior pass to Bork. No good off the glass. It comes back to Dreckman, and she's going to finish it, but a foul called before that on the rebound attempt. And they're going to get Bork on a foul. The displacement call on Jalen Bork. It's her first in the first Royals foul of the second half. Takes away a basket for Dreckman. Pike gets it up top, and now it's thrown away, and Dreckman comes up with it. Emily all the way in. No good. Alish with the rebound, and she has it stripped away, and we're going to have a tie-up on the floor. And Dreckman just going too fast for her own good there. Way too hard off the glass. Luckily, Cora Alish saves the possession. On the rebound attempt, tie-up gives it to the Royals. 33-26, 4:46 to go, and now an inbound to Bork under the basket. Her shot off the glass, and good for Jalen Bork. And the Royals, their largest lead of the night at 9. It's 35-26. 4:30 to go in the third quarter. MMCRU coming out in a zone defense. They played it the whole third quarter, and they continue to do so. Now Dreckman deflects a pass. Lecce comes up with it, gives it back to Dreckman. Her shot is rejected away by Briley Pike. And a good defensive transition play by Pike to save an easy 2. And the Royals love to use that length to force turnovers defensively. We're having trouble doing so in man-to-man defense, and they've done it here in the zone in the second half. Now a lob pass inside to Hillbrand. She can't handle it. Loose ball, and a tie-up will give it back to Westwood. Pretty good look to Hillbrand, but an odd, kind of got her body tangled up there in the post entry pass, and the loose ball results in a tie-up. Rebels with it, trailing the Royals by 9, 35-26. Here's a pass to the corner, and a look for Ferris for 3. That's right through. And the Rebels knock down their second triple of the half. It's 35-29 in favor of the Royals. Here's Dreckman dribbling around. Now her pass inside is stolen away. She telegraphed that one too much. It's picked off, and now Ferris with it up top for Westwood. Here's a cross-court pass. A 3 from the corner is deflected away. And a tie-up will result between Bork and Montrath. And the possession arrow gives it right back to MMCRU. Need to see who got the deflection there. If it was maybe Bork who came up with the defensive deflection on that shot attempt. 35-29, 3:30 to go, third quarter. Winner of this one heads to the state tournament next week in a Class 1A quarterfinal on Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday night. Kirsten Lecce with it up top. Gets it into Holmes at the free throw line. A pass across the lane, and Hillbrands finishes and draws the foul. And Ellie Hillbrands will go to the line for a chance at a three-point play. A tough pass there from Dreckman. She threads the needle, and a one-handed stab by Hillbrands. She's able to finish through contact, and she'll get a free throw opportunity. Ellie's free throw is off the mark. 37-29. Royals have led the majority of the way. Now back to a man-to-man defense for MMCRU. And Holmes guarding Pike. Now Ferris with it outright, being guarded by Emily Dreckman. They go inside to Johnson, and Johnson's going to be followed by Maya Holmes. And Holmes picks up her third. Maya clearly fouled her there. Coming down for the double, does not keep her arms up and goes right into her. And now Hillbrands will come out as Bork comes right back in. Holmes will stay on the floor with 3 fouls. And the Rebels to inbound it. Here's Ferris. She's going to fire a 3. That's off the mark. And Harpenaugh clears. Taylor pushes it ahead. Goes to Bork on the baseline. That shot short. And Westwood almost throws it away in the backcourt as Dreckman almost comes up with a steal, and Bork also jumping the pass, but the Rebels control it, and Ferris brings it into the half court in a timeout for Westwood. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 2:30 to go, third quarter. MMCRU a 37-29 lead over Westwood in this Class 1A regional final. A special thank you to our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible, the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and their 58 members. You'll see many of those throughout your commercial breaks tonight. Special thank you to the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and all of their memberships that they have. Thank you for supporting your MMCRU Royals. We apologize, as we said we had internet technical difficulties at the start of this one. We hope to have everything squared away as our Verizon connection was not real good to start things off. So, Rebels with it, out of the timeout. Here's a screen, and Ferris, a 3 from the left wing, way short, and it's cannot be saved in bounds by McCluskey. The play drawn up out of the timeout. 3 is off the mark for Ferris, and the Royals get a stop, and a bucket here would give them their first double-digit lead of the night. Here's Harpenow, backdoor cut to Dreckman. Her layup, no good at the basket. Bork and Dreckman battle for the rebound. It'll be last touch by McCluskey. He'll stay with MMCRU. Dreckman couldn't finish at the rack. She doesn't miss too many of those. Here's an inbound to Alish. He's swinging around the perimeter. Here's Bork on the left wing. She goes inside to Hillbrands. Ellie puts it on the deck. Her step through, left-handed finish. Good. And Hillbrands, another crafty move to get around Johnson. And Ellie has 10 points on the night. Here's a right-handed drive and a kick. Pike passes it up. Johnson won't. Her three off the back iron, no good. Pike gets the board. And the Rebels will go back into the half court. Here's Pike being guarded at the top of the key. She gives it off to Ferris. Way out right, guarded by Dreckman. And now a left-handed drive for Ferris. And we're going to have a foul on the floor. On that drive, Dreckman gets called for the push. Just Emily's first foul. It's the third team foul on MMCRU this half. Minute 25 to go here, third quarter. Inbound pass. They try to lob it into Johnson. It's stolen away by MMCRU. Good play defensively by Bork. Here's Dreckman. He wants to go all the way in. Right hand, no good. Hillbrands, her follow-up, no good, but draws the foul. Dreckman went right into two defenders. It's a tough finish, but what it left was Hillbrands to be open for the follow-up, and Ellie will go back to the free throw line for two. Hillbrands, 10 points on the night. And the first free throw is off the mark. Ellie 0 for 2 from the line here in the second half. Normally a 70% free throw shooter on the season. That one is in and out. And Hillbrands 0 for 3 from the free throw line. 39-29. Royals lead. A minute 10 to go. Third quarter. Johnson. She did not get away with the walk. I thought she might have, but delayed call by the official, but the right one nonetheless. And with a minute 05 to go, third quarter, MMCRU is going to call a timeout. And Coach Jillian Lecce wants to draw something up. 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep it here. 65 seconds to go, third quarter play. Royals lead 39-29 over Westwood. Once again, I'm Tim Holmes with producer Adam Morris tonight. Adam, much appreciated for everything he's had to deal with on the connection side. But you are watching on Fuller Digital Solutions and listening to KCHE 92.1 for this Class 1A regional final. We're happy to be able to bring it to you. I know a lot of people are watching across northwest Iowa and back in the Marcus, Meriden, Claycorn, and Remsen communities. Royals with it. Minute to go, third quarter. And a 10-point lead. Here's Alish with it. Her lob backside to Hillbrands and a lay-in off the glass. And the Royals out of the timeout on a backside pass against that 1-3-1 zone in a 12-point advantage. Westwood, here's Pike, guarded by Bork. And now they get it inside to Johnson, and she travels with it. Nowhere for Johnson to go. She had a good kick-out look to Pike, but just didn't see it soon enough and gets called for a foul. Now 40 seconds to go in the Royals, a 12-point advantage. See if they can hold for one without having a shot clock here in Iowa. Dreckman drives in, leaves it for Harpenow. She goes cross-court to Alish. Royals very aggressive here. Now Dreckman across court three, no good. Rebound attempt on the floor and the tie-up between Dreckman and Johnson, and the possessioner will give it to Westwood with 19 seconds to go. Rebels will most likely have the final shot here. 19 seconds to go, third quarter. MMCRU a 41-29 advantage. Here's Jaden Ferris, dribbles it across the half-court line. Uses a screen. They roll in with Johnson, and that pass stolen away by Harpenow with 5 seconds on the clock. Harpenow leaves it for Alish, up and good off the glass at the third quarter buzzer. And MMCRU has stretched this thing out to a 43-29 lead after 3 quarters. We'll be back with the 4th and final frame. You're watching Class 1A Regional Basketball right here on Fuller Digital Solutions and listening to 92.1 KCHE Cherokee.
Live stream is sponsored by the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and its members. A salute to the MMCRU Royals from the Marcus Chamber of Commerce.
MMCRU 43, Westwood 29, as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter of the night. Both of these teams looking to end a drought of sorts, as Westwood looking for their first state berth since 2001. And the Royals looking for their first in program history. I'll bet just the 5th year. MMC made it in 1986, NRU in 1981. Somebody's drought is ending tonight. Here's Harpinall with it, as the Royals will have it to start the 4th quarter. Westwood wants to stay in the zone, and now Bork inside, and she's going to get called for a travel, as she got double teamed. She was in deep, didn't have anywhere to go with it, and drug her foot, and a turnover on MMCRU. Here's a pass to the corner. Now they go inside to Johnson. She gets doubled, kicks it to Pike, and she might have gotten away with the walk. Pike's 3 in and out, and the rebound knocked out of bounds by Addie Johnson. Possession to MMCRU. And when you're up by 14, you can afford to be patient against the zone defensively. The Royals need good half-court possessions from here. Here's Hilbrands with it to Bork. She'll pass up on that open look. Now a corner look for Harpinall. She kicks it back out. And now Bork all the way out by the timeline. Once again, no shot clock in the state of Iowa. So a great job of ball control here for MMCRU. Now Dreckman look for 3 in the corner. She knocks it down. And Emily Dreckman on a very patient half-court set. The Royals knocked down a 3 with Dreckman, her first of the night. And now a travel is going to be called on Ferris as she went into traffic and couldn't get it off. And the Royals a 17-point advantage and on an 11-0 run with 6:50 to go. Dreckman to Alish in the half court. Westwood's going to go to a man-to-man. That pass gets by barely. And now the Royals pass around the perimeter. Dreckman from 25 feet. No good on that 3 attempt. She was way downtown on that one. And it was off the mark. Here's Johnson inside. Up. No good, but draws a foul. And Addie Johnson will go to the line for 2. Johnson just 8 points. She has them all in the first half. She's been quiet out of the break. 6:23 to go, 4th quarter. Addie Johnson at the line for 2. And the freshman's first free throw is good. Johnson averaging 18 points, 12 rebounds a game. Also shoots at 72% from the line. Second free throw off the mark, and Hilbrands is going to get, we're going to call him a quick tie-up. Possession arrow gives it back to Westwood. Ellie's got to keep that away from the defenders. She got it too close to her body. Now Bork. And we're going to have a foul called on Bork on the inbounds. And that's going to be Bork's 3rd. And really nowhere to go on that corner inbounds play. She just took a swipe at the offensive player. MMCRU. A 16-point advantage, 6:20 to go. Really have controlled the second half. Here's Ferris with it. Gives it to Hanner. Now they go inside to Johnson. Back out to Hanner. Her 3 at the top of the key. That's through. And the freshman knocks down a triple. And Westwood has scored the last 4. And now Bork. And a cut to Harpenaugh. She lays it in with the right hand. A good look from Bork. And Harpenaugh gets behind the defender. Westwood wants to pick up the tempo. And they go inside to Johnson. She's might have gotten away with the travel. Now Pike on a short jump shot. She gets the roll and a friendly bounce for Pike. And with 5:42 to go, fourth quarter, MMCRU a 48-35 advantage. A 30-second timeout here by Coach Vince Johnson and the Rebels. We're going to take we'll go ahead and keep it here on this 30-second break. Just a reminder for the MMC School District, next Tuesday, March 2nd, a school bond issue will take place. Voting at the Marcus Community Center. School bond will include voting to higher the tax levy, build a new elementary school and remodel the high school, and build a daycare onto the elementary school. Vote yes for all three, as sponsored by the Medco, Marcus Economic Development Company. 48-35, Royals in front, 5:42 to go, and now full court man-to-man pressure by the Rebels. And Bork's going to throw it deep into Harpenaugh on the front court, and she'll catch it and slow it down. Now gives it back to Bork. The defensive pressure is going to get pushed up here by Westwood, and MMCRU is going to have to match it. Here's Alish handling the ball. Gives it to Harpenaugh. Still a lot of time left to play keep away in this one. 5:20 to go. Royals ball control. Here's Alish. She's going to be fouled all the way out by the half court line with 5:15 to go. And the Royals haven't shot many free throws, but they've struggled there as Bork and Hilbrand's the only ones there. Alish there for her first attempt tonight. Alish with 2 points on that layup right before the third quarter horn. And now at the free throw line, their first is good. Or just a sophomore guard. Her second on the way and off the mark. She gets 1 of 2. 49-35, 5:10 to go. And a deep three. Muntrath, no good, and Bork will clear it. And Jalen gives it off to Dreckman, who's going to dribble out of a trap, and now Emily all the way in, and she kicks it out. Now Bork will just hold on to it on the right wing as we're under 5 minutes to go. Harpenaugh with it. Taylor is going to get called for a travel here. She thought Alish was going back door, and it was just a bit too late, and MMCRU turns it over. Royals now 2 turnovers in the last 20 seconds. Got to have ball control, but also have movements towards the basket. 49-35, 4:45 to go. Ferris sets the offenses. Muntrath with it on the left wing. Now to Johnson. Swings it around. Pike on the right wing. Here's a drive by Ferris. She might have gotten away with shuffling her feet. Can't finish that. And the rebound as Harpenaugh comes up with it. She pulls it out just to dribble it around. She had a player down the floor. Now Bork with it in the corner. And she tries going back to Hilbrands and stolen away. And now Hilbrands is going to be called for a foul. 70 feet from the basket. 80 feet from the basket. 3 turnovers in the last 3 possessions for MMCRU. 49-35, 4:17 to go in this one. And a timeout by the Royals. A full timeout by Coach Jillian Lecce. We'll take it with them. Royals up 49-35, 4:17 to go. You're watching Class 1A Regional Final Basketball on Fuller Digital Solutions and listening on 92.1 KCHE.
Fuller Digital Solutions is proud to provide this video streaming coverage, and we hope you are enjoying the broadcast. Chances are, many others are enjoying it right along with you. If you have a business, you could be delivering your message just like I am to you this very minute. Please contact us for sponsorship opportunities by emailing fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Again, that's fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Thank you for joining our broadcast.
And welcome back to Sioux City West High School tonight. Home of this Class 1A regional final, MMCRU ranked 5th in Class 1A. Leads the Westwood Rebels 49-35 with 4:17 to go. Royals led by 6 at the break, and they stretched it out to as many as 16, and it stayed right around here at this 14-point mark for much of the fourth quarter. Rebels with it. Bringing it in the front court, it's Jaden Ferris, being guarded by Emily Dreckman. Ella Hayner with it. And that pass deflected away by Bork as they try getting it to Pike on the right wing. And it's Katie Munchrat to inbound it. She gets it into Pike. And they'll give it back to Ferris at the top of the key. We're halfway through the fourth frame. And now Johnson a three. And no good as she almost got the bounce. And Bork picks up her dribble, gives it to Dreckman. And Dreckman will dribble through traffic. She wants to go all the way, and that spin, the ball is knocked out. She's spun in the paint. And a good play defensively by Munchrat to knock it out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Royals. Dreckman inbound. She has to get it in, and finally does to Alish up top. Now Harpenall with it at the very top of the key. Bork in the corner. Jalen will dribble it out. And that pass knocked away by Hayner. She'll control it. And her left-handed layup is good. And the Royals turn it over on an errant pass. Here's Alish with it. Dribbles up the right sideline. And we're going to have a blocking foul called, I think, on Ferris, I believe. No, it's going to be on Hayner, and it's her fourth. And the 8th team foul on Westwood. The Royals in that 1-and-1. Alish was just there, making 1 of 2. Cora back at the line. First free throw, good for Alish. 4 points on the night for the sophomore guard, averaging 7.5 per game. Second free throw for Alish, up and right through. And with 3:22 to go, it's back up to 14. Here's Ferris. Leaves it in the corner for Hanner. She leaves it for Pike. Now Ferris on the left wing. She drives baseline and reverse layup up. No good. And Dreckman comes away with the rebound. Now Harpenall into the front court, and she'll pull it back. Goes to Bork cross court, and Jalen might have been fouled. No call, and now she'll kick it out to Hillbrands. Ellie all the way in, and she's going to be fouled as she goes up for a left-handed layup. Johnson overplaying the top of the key pass, and Ellie had a lane to drive with her left hand, and she's fouled at the rim. It's the third, and they're going to get Munchrath with it. It's her third. Hillbrands at the line for 2. And first in and out. Ellie having a tough time at the line for tonight. Now 0 for 4. Hillbrands normally a 70% free throw shooter. Second one, in and out again. Both of them were halfway down. She can't buy one. And now the pass across the court to Ferris, being guarded by Dreckman. Now she'll get it inside to Johnson. She'll pull up on a short jumper. That's off the mark, and Bork there for the rebound. Has it ripped away by Hayner. And now Ferris all the way in. No good on that shot, and a foul called on Hillbrands, I believe. Ferris really forcing the action. Didn't look like a lot of contact, but she'll get the call and go to the line for 2. Just Ellie's second foul. The Royals 7th as a team, so the Rebels in the bonus the rest of the way. Ferris's first free throw off the back iron, and no good. Briley Pike comes out of the ball game as Cora Scholl checks in. Second free throw for Ferris, up and good. And now Dreckman gets the inbounds, and she races ahead into the front court. And the Royals will pull it back out with 2:25 to go. Alish, probably who you want to have the ball. Such a great ball handler as Cora. Some ball movement around, and now the pass is deflected away, but Alish able to track it down. Cora drives in. Her shot blocked away by Johnson, and Alish just needed to pull that out. Johnson waiting for it with the size advantage at the rim. Comes up with the deflection. 2 minutes to go. Johnson's three from the right wing. That's off the mark. Rebound by Bork. And Jalen rips this one away after the last one. That pass ahead by Harpenaugh is thrown away. And if I'm Coach Jillian Lecce, I might think about a timeout here just to slow the girls down a little bit. Westwood turning up the defensive pressure. MMCRU a 13-point lead under 2 minutes to go. Just slow things down. Ferris with it. She'll use a screen. Now she's going to fire a deep three. That's off the mark, and Lecce tears down the board. Now pass ahead to Alish. Cora all the way in. Her shot, no good. And the Royals, again, nothing at the rim. And if you're Alish, now pass ahead. If you're Alish, you just got to pull that out and play clock management. Westwood with it. Here's Ferris, a left-handed drive. Leaves it for Montrath. Now Pike, and a hand check's going to be called on Kirsten Lecce. And that's going to put Pike at the line for the front end of a 1-and-1. And Alish comes out to get a breather as Bella Olson checks into the ball game. Pike's free throw, good. 1:16 to go. MMCRU a 51-39 lead. They've been stuck on 51 for a while, it seems. Westwood trying to get back into it. Pike knocks down both. And the Royals will inbound the ball. They get it into Harpenaugh. She has it almost stripped away. Now a foul going to be called in the backcourt. And Taylor will go to the line, where the Royals have now entered the double bonus, and Harpenaugh will shoot two. Taylor, a junior guard, averaging 12 points per game. She's got 11 tonight, 2 here in the second half. And at the line is Harpenaugh. First free throw is right through. Taylor, a 65% free throw shooter on the season. Free throws will be big down the stretch to maintain that lead. Second one in and out. Pike with the board. 1:10 to go, and Westwood with it. Here's Hanner, a drive, leaves it for Johnson. She can't handle it. Now she gets it back. Her short hook shot, no good. That shot knocked away by Lecce, and a foul called. And it's Hanner who got it back, and she's going to go to the line for two. And the last thing you want if you're MMCRU is to foul. Up 12 with 58 seconds to go. Hanner at the line, a freshman. Right through on the first. She has shot the ball very well tonight, as she has 8 points in the evening. Here's Lecce and Hillbrands as Molly Ryder and Maya Holmes into the ball game. Jalen Bork tried getting back in, but couldn't soon enough. Free throw's good, and the lead is at 10. Belle Olson out of the ball game as Jalen Bork checks in. And it looks like Cora Scholl back into the ball game for Pike. And make sure Briley doesn't pick up her fifth foul. Westwood pressure. The Royals barely get it into Harpenaugh. Gives it off to Dreckman. She's being harassed in the backcourt. Now a pass on the backside. Bork, her shot deflected away. And the Rebels come up with it. Now it's thrown away right back to Jalen Bork, and she misses the layup and will get called for the foul. And Bork, a golden opportunity, can't finish at the rim. In worst case scenario, she picks up her fourth foul and puts the Rebels at the line with 42 seconds to go. Down by 10. Free throw shooters, Jaden Ferris. Ferris, 9 points on the night. She'll have 2. Her first is right through. Royals got to finish this thing out. That could have been the dagger. Bork can't finish from point-blank range. That one in and out. And Dreckman comes down with the board. She throws it ahead to Harpenaugh. And a run-out opportunity. Taylor pulls it back, throws it away with 30 seconds to go. Westwood into the front court with it. And we're going to have a carry call on Ferris. And a turnover on Westwood. The last 30 seconds of this ball game have not been a clinic for fundamentals by any means. About 30 seconds to go. The Royals still up 9. And now a baseball pass ahead to Dreckman. And Emily able to track it down and has it stripped away out of bounds. It'll stay with MMCRU. MMCRU has to slow down. You got a 9-point lead. No sense rushing things here. Now a pass up ahead to Hilbrand. Sure step through off the glass. No good. It's deflected out to Alish, and she'll handle it. And Cora will dribble out by half court. And now under 20 seconds to go. Alish will get fouled 30 feet from the basket. And the Royals fans have sensed it as they come to their feet on the far side of the gym. 13 seconds to go, and it's 52-43. And Alish at the line for 2. First for Alish is good, and she has knocked him down from the line here in the second half. The sophomore with 6 points on the night. Coach Lecce telling him to stay away and don't foul. Second in and out. Dreckman battling for the rebound, and it's on the floor. We're going to have a tie-up call. And the possession arrow will give it back to MMCRU. A 10-point Royals advantage with 10 seconds to go. And it appears the Royals will make their first state tournament appearance. And this one knocked away off of Hilbrand's and out of bounds. So Westwood will get one more possession. And they get it into Ferris. She'll bring it into the front court, guarded by Dreckman. Harpinaugh. That pass actually stolen away by Bork. Her foot's on the out of bounds line. 2 seconds to go, and after last year's upset against Galen Catholic, the Royals are going to advance to the state basketball tournament, and that's going to do it as MMCRU heads to the state basketball tournament for the first time in school history with a 53-43 win over the Westwood Rebels. Congratulations to Coach Jillian Lecce in the 2021 MMCRU Lady Royals basketball team as they improved to 21-2 on the year and advanced to the 2021 Iowa State Girls Basketball Tournament next Wednesday in Des Moines. You can see the jubilation with the student body and the girls. What a well-earned victory as the Royals win 3 district games. This one tonight over a worthy Westwood opponent. 53-43 is our final here at Sioux City West Gymnasium. Royals celebrating with their banner. And we'll crowd around for a picture. We'll keep it here for just a minute before we head to the postgame show. We're going to stay on the air as we will have live interviews with the coaches and players in just a bit. They obviously have other media obligations to do in the meantime, but we will keep it here for the Methodist Manor postgame show. In this one, final score, Royals a 53-43 win over Westwood tonight, advancing to the school's first state basketball tournament. Make their debut next Wednesday down in Des Moines. We will head to a quick commercial break here. You're watching Royals basketball on Fuller Digital Solutions and listening on 92.1 KCHE Radio out of Cherokee.
Fuller Digital Solutions is proud to provide this video streaming coverage, and we hope you are enjoying the broadcast. Chances are, many others are enjoying it right along with you. If you have a business, you could be delivering your message just like I am to you this very minute. Please contact us for sponsorship opportunities by emailing fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Again, that's fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Thank you for joining our broadcast.
Live stream is sponsored by the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and its members. A salute to the MMCRU Royals from the Marcus Chamber of Commerce. Live stream is sponsored by the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and its members. A salute to the MMCRU Royals from the Marcus Chamber of Commerce.
And welcome back here to the Methodist Manor post-game show. Final score tonight, MMCRU advancing to their first state basketball tournament with a 53-43 win in the regional final against the Westwood Rebels. Royals jumped out to a 1-point lead after the end of the first quarter, led 27-21 at half. Were able to stretch the lead out into double figures after 3 quarters and coasted from there, leading by as many as 16 in the second half. Once again, we will have player and coaches interviews coming up as we want to stay on the air. Many of those players and coaches getting interviewed by some of the local television channels. Feel free to tune in to KTIV, KCAU, and KMEG tonight to see some of the Lady Royals players being interviewed. Great night for the MMCRU Royals. 5th year together in a whole grade sharing agreement. They've come together, and many girls on this team from each of the communities. And something for all 4 communities to be proud of tonight with Remsen, Marcus, Claycorn, and Meriden. Certainly something to be proud of as the girls advance to the state basketball tournament. First time since MMC made it in the 6-player game in 1986, excuse me. First time for RU since 1981. And Coach Jillian Lecce racing up the stairs, and that's a long ways up here. Appreciate you making your way up here. And Coach, just tell us how you feel right now, and maybe we might get some players up here yet, but I don't want you to speak on their behalf, but what's it feel like for you after last year, winning the conference and then getting upset in district play? How does it feel to get that monkey off your back?
It feels great. You know, the girls had a different mindset this year. They knew holding that on their back from last year. They had that grit, and they were determined to get it done. So I'm over the moon excited for the girls, for us coaches, for everybody. The MMCRU, we made history tonight.
You certainly did, and like I said, first time since the schools have gone together. Obviously, it's just been 5 seasons, but first time Marcus, Meriden, Claycorn, or Marcus made it in 1986 in the 6-on-6 game, and Rebs and Una made it in 1981. First time since the 5-player game. It's been a long time.
Yes, it has, and I'm just super stoked.
Coach, talk a little bit about your game plan coming in. I thought you guys did a great job defensively, and really in the second half kind of wore them down. You switched to that zone defense out of the half and caused a few more turnovers, but your plan coming in, how well do you think that worked, and what were some things you wanted to do, and then what were maybe some things you had to change throughout the course of the game?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I felt like the girls came out a little complacent. You know, they weren't attacking as much. They were slow with the ball. And, you know, we tried to get them to push that ball, and we do it best when we attack the rim. So I don't know what was that, but, they figured it out. They hit some good threes. They found Ellie inside. They also found some other girls inside. If we move the ball and we're patient, we're good. But if they don't attack the rim, it's like, come on, girls. So that's what we really talked about at halftime. Is you gotta attack the rim and keep sticking to our defense. And we did try a couple things new just to kind of rattle them a little bit, which I think helped for a little bit. But then we had to get back into our main D, which was man.
And they came out playing kind of a 1-3-1 zone against you guys. Is that something that you anticipated? Because the girls really did move the ball pretty well against it. Started finding Ellie and Jalen on the backside for those easy layups. Is this something you guys maybe anticipated happening at the start of the ball game?
Yes. We knew they were going to come out. It was actually a flat 3-2. And they did do a 1-3-1 at halftime a little bit there, but for the most part they stuck to their 3-2 and their flat so they can keep it in the middle. So we knew what we had to do, and we practiced it all week, but again, it was just the nerves, I think, a little bit, but we came out on top, so I'm happy.
Well, that's certainly understandable. Both teams, you can tell, coming out a little nervous. As Westwood, they hadn't made the state tournament in 20 years either. Both teams, one of them was going to get the monkey off their back tonight. Fortunately enough, it was MMCRU.
Yes, it was.
Congratulations, Coach, and look forward to seeing you down in Des Moines next Wednesday. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you so much, and a big shout-out to my family. I love you guys.
That's head coach Jillian Lecce of the MMCRU Royals advancing with a 53-43 win tonight to make history in the first state basketball tournament appearance for the school district. We are going to take another commercial break. We'll see if we have any other players come up for interviews after that. We'll be right back. You're watching Royals basketball on Fuller Digital Solutions and listening on 92.1 KCHE.
Live stream is sponsored by the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and its members. A salute to the MMCRU Royals from the Marcus Chamber of Commerce. Live stream is sponsored by the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and its members. Salute to the MMCRU Royals from the Marcus Chamber of Commerce.
And welcome back here to the Sioux City West Gym and the Methodist Manor post-game show. Royals win tonight, 53-43, and Coach Jillian Lecce and the MMCRU Lady Royals advance to the state basketball tournament for the first time in school history. Congratulations to the MMCRU Lady Royals. Just a statistical breakdown for tonight's contest, as we had not yet gotten to it. Leading score for the Royals tonight, 16 points for senior Jalen Bork, 12 for Ellie Hilbrands, 12 for Taylor Harpenaugh, 7 points on the night for Emily Dreckman, and 6 for Cora Olish. The 5 starters made up all the point totals for MMCRU. Molly Ryder, senior guard, Isabel Olson, Kirsten Lecce, and Maya Holmes all got some minutes of playing time as well. But no bench points tonight, all of them coming from the Royals starters, as Jalen Bork led the team with 16 points on the evening. Some of the players still getting interviewed by the television stations, so we're hoping to get them up here when at all possible. Just the last check in the Kingsley Pearson Council Bluffs St. Albert's game with 3 minutes to go. Kingsley Pearson a 60-42 lead over Council Bluffs St. Albert's in that 1A regional final being held in Denison tonight. So Class 1A may be featuring 3 Northwest Iowa teams with MMCRU, Kingsley Pearson, and Newell Fonda. We will see if we can get any more player interviews, as we're holding tight to them. Obviously, been doing it all year. We'd love to get their reaction after a great ball game. So we're going to head to another commercial break. We'll see if we can get a couple players up here. We'll be right back here on Fuller Digital Solutions and 92.1 KCHE Radio.
Live stream is sponsored by the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and its members. A salute to the MMCRU Royals from the Marcus Chamber of Commerce.
Fuller Digital Solutions is proud to provide this video streaming coverage, and we hope you are enjoying the broadcast. Chances are, many others are enjoying it right along with you. If you have a business, you could be delivering your message just like I am to you this very minute. Please contact us for sponsorship opportunities by emailing fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Again, that's fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Thank you for joining our broadcast.
Live stream is sponsored by the Marcus Chamber of Commerce and its members. A salute to the MMCRU Royals from the Marcus Chamber of Commerce.
And welcome back here to the Methodist Manor post-game show. Methodist Manor post-game show tonight. Final score, Royals 53-43 over Westwood to earn their first trip to the state basketball tournament in school history. Hope it's not halftime. I'm already tired. I don't know if I got 2 more quarters left in me. I promise you we will have some player interviews as they're working to get some of the players up here. Several still being interviewed by local newspapers and radios, it looks like. We'll see if we can get a couple up here. And senior Jalen Bork appears to be making her way up here slowly, getting a few pictures with family members. And a great night for the MMCRU School District and community. When the whole grade sharing took place, a lot of students transferred out. These senior and junior girls, and sophomores for that matter, decided to stay here and build something special, and that's exactly what they've done and earned their spot in the state tournament next week in Des Moines. And I finally got a player interviewed. And I was promising the viewers we were going to get something. Ellie, congratulations. First of all, just tell me a little bit about your emotions. I know you probably come down a little bit, but tell me a little bit about your feeling right now making it to state and making school history.
This feeling is honestly surreal. I mean, this is what we've been working for since 3rd grade. And I don't know, last year was a heartbreaker, and this year we were ready. This is what we were working for all year.
And Ellie, I should say, finished the night with 12 points, but you had the tall task of having to guard Addie Johnson. Great ball player. You guys really went at it, but tell me a little bit about your game plan, knowing that you guys are probably going to go at it, and if you had any familiarity with her going in, and kind of what your game plan was.
I actually played for the same AAU club as Addie, so we practiced against each other all the time. So I kind of knew what she was going to do, but she is solid for a freshman. She's going to be really good in the years to come.
In a couple of those step-through moves you had in the second half, is it something that you were able to score on? Is it something that maybe you anticipated after playing in the first half and catching her maybe over pursuing on the defensive end?
Quite honestly, my dad and I watched a lot of film together, and he's like, the up and under is going to work. And I don't know, it just stuck with me tonight, and he was right.
Coach Dean got her tonight, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did.
Congratulations, Ellie, on a great ball game tonight. Enjoy it tonight, and we'll look forward to following you guys down to the state tournament next Wednesday.
Perfect. Thank you, Tim.
That was junior post player Ellie Hilbrand's a 12-point effort on the night. And just been the starting post player and been a mainstay on the block all season long for the Royals, and helped with a big effort defensively that nobody's going to talk about against the superb freshman Addie Johnson. Ellie Hillbrands on the win. Now, senior forward Jalen Bork. Jalen leads the team in scoring tonight, 16 points. Jalen, first just tell me how you're feeling right now.
You know, honestly, I'm just speechless. This is absolutely amazing. I just wanted this for so long, and the fact that we did it together, and we really worked good as a team tonight, I mean, it's just awesome.
Well, in third game in a row, you guys really come out and played well. Obviously, you had to work a little bit harder for it tonight. You guys really played well those first two games. Is it something when you guys watched film and were preparing for this one, did you know it was going to be a 4 quarters game, or did you think that, well, maybe this is something that we find some advantages here and we can take advantage of it? Or, I mean, coming in, were you just prepping for a 4-quarter battle that you knew was going to be tough?
We knew we couldn't underestimate them. I mean, we really just had to play the game ear by ear, and we knew that if we get a good lead, I mean, we have to keep it and keep going. Like, we can't just let up and let them come back. I mean, we might have done that a little bit, but that's all right. I mean, we pulled through, so.
We call that ball control, Jalen.
Yeah.
Just in you and Molly being the two seniors on the squad, talk a little bit about the leadership, because the one thing everybody knows coming in, the junior class has just been spectacular growing up, and it's something that you and Molly being seniors, your guys' leadership, I think, has really shown this year. And yourself averaging in double figures, up to 11 points per game and almost 5 rebounds. You've kind of been the unsung hero in the X Factor. Emily only scores 7 tonight, and you turn around and pop in 16. It seems like they can't guard both of you guys. Just tell me a little bit about your mindset coming into the season and knowing what you had to do to help contribute to get this team to state.
I knew I had to do whatever it was to keep this team going. I mean, I know I'm not a part of that, like, star 3, and that's totally okay, and I am so glad to support them and do everything I can to help the team out, and we all feel that way. I mean, if one person has a bad night, we know there is someone that will be there to pick it back up, and we just do a really good job of keeping everybody in control of the game. And,
yeah, I think it certainly shows, and a lot of, like I said, if it seems like if they stop Emily, they can't stop you too. They can't stop both of you, and then you just throw Ellie in there, and a lot of length, and boy, Taylor shot it well tonight too. So you guys are just on point right now, playing very, very well. Congratulations. Celebrate tonight. You guys definitely earned it, and we'll look forward to following you next Wednesday down in Wells Fargo.
Thank you so much, Tim.
That was senior Jalen Bork joining us. Bork, leading scorer in tonight's contest with 16 points to lead the way. That's going to wrap up our coverage here from Sioux City West High School tonight. Final score, the Royals, a 53-43 winner over Westwood to advance to the first state tournament in school history. Thank you very much for joining us and watching on Fuller Digital Solutions and listening to 92.1 KCHE. Have a nice evening.